Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we are going to have our discussion on the upcoming transit of planet Venus, which is going to be changing signs on March 31st. So on March 31st, Venus will enter the sign of its good friend Saturn in the Aquarius sign, and it's going to be transiting in the Aquarius sign till April 26th. So friends, as you know this thing that when we talk about from Venus's perspective, it hardly matters whether your occupation, your livelihood is straight away connected with the Venusian field. When we talk about people in the advertising, in fashion, in mass media, entertainment, having your own boutique. So if all these qualifications or occupations, businesses are getting qualified in your case, not only it's going to be influencing you, but moreover, Venus in general just represents our capacity to feel appreciated, our capacity to have that feel good factor. And when we talk about from Aquarian signs perspective, friends, so try to understand this thing that Aquarius is the most philanthropic, most humanitarian sign amongst the whole zodiac belt. And Aquarius also has to do with the collective consciousness. Aquarius also has to do with your group settings and your friends and your group dynamics as well. So definitely friends, this transit of Venus can be seen as a very good news, where it is actually going to give you a nudge, a push regarding your goals. It can help you make or establish good contacts within your community, within the organization or the ideologies you believe you are a part of. Or also friends, like for example, if you actually want to do something good for the society, like these days there are so many pressing issues and concerns which are happening all around the world. So if you are a celebrity, if you are a person who has got a good followership and you actually want to inspire people by doing something good, so this time period can be seen as a very good step towards or in that direction, because Venus in itself is a significator of the kind of magnetism, the charm or allure you have in your personality, and Aquarius is all about influencing the masses. So definitely if you actually want to do something for inspiring people for doing something good or right, this could be seen as a very good time for that. Also friends, when we talk about from relationships perspective, so I would not say that for your individual relationship perspective this could be seen as a very good sign, because at the end of the day Aquarius is a energy which is being ruled by the planet Saturn, a planet which represents coldness, a planet which appreciates aloofness or isolation or seriousness, maturity. So I would say not from your individual romance perspective, but definitely friends for having good moments spending with your friends, with your loved ones, making and establishing some new contacts, and kind of gaining out of your influence in the society. This transit of Venus in the Aquarius sign can be seen as a very good sign. So that is something friends which I wanted to say in short about the highlights or the features of this transit of Venus in the Aquarius sign. Now we will start our discussion basis and customized to all the ascendants. And friends, as you know about the timeline, that Venus is going to be entering the sign of Aquarius on March 31st, and the moment it's going to enter over there, it's going to be conjunct with Jupiter till April 12th, and on April 7th Mars will also enter the sign of Aquarius as well. So throughout this Venus's stay in the Aquarius sign, initially it's going to be in the influence of Jupiter, and afterwards Mars's influence is going to start affecting Venus over here in this Aquarius sign. So okay friends, starting with the Aries ascendant natives. So definitely friends, Venus is a very important planet for you when we talk about your financial abundance, prosperity, financial opportunities, or whether your outlook towards the world, for any sort of commercial business partnership related decision making, your influence in the world, in the society. So all those two houses are being ruled by the planet Venus in your chart, and in transit Venus is going to be entering your 11th house, which can be seen as a very good sign. So definitely friends, because Venus's entry in the 11th house in itself tells about the wish fulfillment on the houses or the matters of the houses which Venus rules. So it's about the finances, it's about the relationship. So let's say for example you are in that stage of your life, you are on a lookout for a match, a prospective partner, serious manageable partner. So this could be seen as a very good or a very auspicious time regarding all of those pursuit. The second thing is that friends, definitely if in your line of work, public acceptance, appreciation, recognition, visibility, or support from the friends, if all that is an integral part of your occupation or your livelihood, Venus's transit in the 11th house is definitely going to be bringing or initiating, generating some new opportunities for you. And also friends, for any sort of socialization, any sort of group activities, supporting some ideologies or organizations you have your faith or trust in, so this transit of Venus is definitely going to facilitate and encourage you on that, because it's not only the Venus which is going to be entering your 11th house, but also your ascendant lord Mars is also going to be follow the same path. So because of which it becomes very important for you the way you manage your network, your group activities, and how devoted and dedicated you are towards your goal. So all that is definitely going to remain a theme of this transit of Venus in your 11th house. And definitely friends, some good times, some good moments can be enjoyed while spending it with your friends or with your supported groups. Moving ahead friends, now let's say for example if you want to understand the results for all the Taurus ascendant natives. So definitely friends, as you can see over here that your ascendant lord, which is the planet Venus, and it has also got the rulership of your 6th house as well, and in the transit it's going to be entering your 10th house, so which can be seen as a very good sign. This is going to be a very auspicious time for you to put your wholehearted energy regarding your professional goals and endeavors. Definitely friends, whether your occupation or livelihood straight away comes in the Venus in field, anything to do with the law, with advertising, beauty, mass media, fashion, films, if you are a part of all these line or nature of work, you can definitely get benefited. The beauty of this transit of Venus is that whatsoever your goals, your plans, your visions are for your future, you might get a chance to put forth that. Now this could be a meeting with your bosses where you are just across the table discussing your plans, your career goals with your bosses, with the authority figures, or you might be put forth in a role which you have been eyeing for a long time. So for all of those perspectives, this transit of Venus in your 10th house can be seen as a very good sign. And definitely friends, because of the conjunction of Mars with your ascendant lord in the 10th house, definitely whatsoever you will be doing during this time, you will be putting your wholehearted efforts over here. Like people can fairly see the passion, the enthusiasm, energy being put forth in your work, which will be apparently very visible to everyone. Moving ahead friends, now if you want to understand the results for all the Gemini ascendant natives, so definitely friends, in your case Venus is a very auspicious planet for you guys. Venus has got the rulership of your 12th house and it has got the rulership of your 5th house, and in transit Venus is going to be entering your 9th house. So friends, as you know this thing that when we talk about from the 9th house's perspective, and somehow Venus has got a very important major role in the houses of devotion, of art, of creativity, of spirituality, of passion. So Venus's transit in the 9th house can be seen as a very good sign. Whether in your case, if you are a student, you're applying for any foreign universities, anything to do with work related travel, that can also materialize. And also friends, if you are an artist, you are a creative person, so during this point of time, luck is definitely going to be supporting you in all of your plans, all of your aspirations. So whether it's about initiating and starting to work on a new project, just because Venus has also got the rulership of your 5th house, which is 8 from the 10th, any professional change or risk or applying for a new job, new roles is also being seen from the 5th house. So 5th house lord being dignified in the 9th house can be seen as a very good sign. And along with that friends, whenever we talk about anything to do with the Aquarius sign, it has everything to do with the philanthropy, with help. And when we talk about the 9th house, it is the house of religion. So I would also say that spare some time or some efforts or money for some holy or charitable or religious reasons, or supporting those charities and all of that during this time when Venus will be passing or crossing from your 9th house. Also friends, for all those people in whose case anything to do with the investment, speculation, stock market, trading is getting qualified in their case, and if in your natal chart you have got good supporting yoga, transit does not decide everything. Transit just validates the circumstances or the external circumstances. You need to have that yoga in your chart, and you need to be going through the supporting dashas as well. So if everything is coming out to be in your favor, this transit of Venus in your 9th house is definitely going to be supporting you in all these speculative nature of work. Moving ahead, friends. Now, if you want to understand the results for all the Cancer ascendant natives, so definitely friends, in your case, Venus is a very important planet for you guys. Venus has got the rulership of your 11th house, and Venus has also got the rulership of your 4th house as well. So definitely friends, like during this time, you have to keep your emotions, your feelings, your expectations very realistic. Now this could be from your partner if you are in any sort of loving relationship, or this could be like any of your expectations from your friends or any of the organizations you are a part of, because 4th house lord and 11th house lord going deep in the 8th house, and that too in the sign of Saturn in the Aquarius sign, it could make your expectations little bit volatile, or suddenly not feeling good basis the way you have been treated by your friends and regarding the development in your domestic life. So try to keep everything calm. Try not to be very judgmental or quick to coming to any conclusion. Although the beauty of the Venus is that when we talk about Venus, Venus is the chief significator of looking at in someone's life whether this person is going to make right decision, he is going to make consciously right choices or not. That is the only reason Venus is the significator of diplomacy. But it's just like that the Cancer ascendant natives, they are already very emotionally driven, feelings driven, and the 4th house lord, 11th house lord going in the 8th house, and with the influence of Mars over there as well. So try not to be very enthusiastic and very quick to coming to any conclusion while your relationship with the friend circle or within your network. That is the only one thing which I want to say over here. But yes, all those people who are in the field of, you are an occultist, you are a psychic, you are a tarot reader, you work in the adult industry, anything to do with research, insurance, revenue, all those people can straight away and definitely going to get benefited. Moving ahead, friends. Now let's say for example, if your ascendant is Leo. So definitely friends, in your case, as you can freely see over here that Venus is definitely a very important planet for you guys. Venus has got the rulership of your 3rd house of your network and 10th house of your professional endeavors, and in transit Venus is going to be entering your 7th house. So definitely friends, if specifically if in your line of work you are working in the fields of entertainment, mass media, fashion, beauty, public dealing, and giving presentation, so definitely public and masses will be able to relate to you with the way you are projecting yourself or your work is being presented. So everything is going to make a good impact on the world. From that regard, this can be seen as a very good sign. Also friends, as you can see that when we talk about the typical all of those yogas, like 10th house lord well placed in the 7th house is the Uchpad yoga, like in Hindi we say the highest of the titles or accomplishment of high positions. So definitely friends, if in your case you are in that stage of your life, specifically whether you are a freelance person, you have your own business, anything to do with journalism or mass media, creativity, so all those people can definitely get benefited. Some new position might get offered to you, new contracts, signing up new deals. From all of those perspectives, this can be seen as a very good time. Rather, if you want to launch something like a new website, a new logo, any new thing which you want to initiate, any new project, any new plan, so this can be seen as a very auspicious time for that regard as well. And also specifically the feminine influence. The feminine influence is definitely going to support you during this transit of Venus, and even from the perspective of love, romance, relationship, the transit of Venus and very soon with the Mars in the 7th house is definitely going to be creating some positive, nurturing energy in your 7th house. Moving ahead, friends. Now, if you want to understand the results for all the Virgo ascendant natives, so definitely friends, as you can see over here that Venus is a very important planet for you guys. Venus has got the rulership of your 2nd house, and it has also got the rulership of your 9th house as well. And in transit, Venus is going to be entering your 6th house. So definitely friends, this is definitely going to be a time period where you have to take care of your finances. Specifically, extend yourself only to that extent what you can manage, or something which is within your means or within your range. Do not go overboard in your spending, in your financial matters. The second thing is that, friends, just because the way I said this thing, that Venus in your case has got the ownership or rulership of the 9th house as well. So definitely, friends, for all those people in whose case any sort of arbitration, being in the field of law or consulting or counseling, so all those people can get benefited. And specifically, friends, when we talk about the 6th house transit of Venus, that too with the influence of Mars as well, so try not to get much involved in other people's business. Definitely the influence of Venus in the 6th house is going to put you in that spot where you have to arbitrate or solve other people's problem in your work front. But because of the combined influence of Mars as well, try to be a humanitarian, but not at the cost of receiving the the brunt of that, or becoming the epicenter of all the controversy. So try to protect yourself from all of that. And regarding your financial matters, this is not a very positive time to give money to someone or lend money to someone. But definitely, if in your occupation, in your livelihood, Venus in field is straight away getting qualified, working in advertising, working in the fashion houses and all of that, those people can still expect something positive with this transit of Venus in their 6th house. Moving right, friends. Now, if you want to understand the results for all the Libra ascendant natives, so definitely, friends, in your case, Venus is your ascendant lord, it's your 8th house lord as well, and in the transit, Venus is going to be entering your 5th house. So friends, as you know this thing, that when we talk about the transit of Venus in the 5th house, it can be seen as a blessing in disguise for all those people in whose case 5th house related livelihood or professional matters are connected. Whether you being an artist, you being in any sort of content creation, you being a social media influencer, you being a writer, so any artistic or creative field, if that is getting qualified in your case, you can definitely get benefited. The charm and the magnetism coming over there or getting increased with this transit of Venus in your 5th house. Like the way I would just say one thing, that for all those people in whose case in your chart, if you have a strong supporting yoga for succeeding in speculation, in all sort of stock market and trading, and you're also running the supporting dasha as well, then you can get benefited. But also, friends, when we talk about, like the way I began this video with this note, that the influence of Venus in the Aquarius is all about putting yourself in the shoes of other people's pain and trying to help people, making use of your magnetism in order to bring refinement, reform, or bringing out all the important issues which needs the mass attention. So if you are an influencer, if you are a famous person, make use of this opportunity to use your influence for some right just reasons, and that is how planets in future will reciprocate good returns and good results in your life. And also, friends, when we talk about from love romance perspective, definitely 5th house transit of Venus and combined influence of Mars can give rise to love, romantic liaisonship as well during this time. Moving ahead, friends, now if you want to understand the results for all the Scorpio ascendant natives, so definitely, friends, in your case, if you will see that Venus has got the rulership of your 7th house and the 12th house, and in transit, Venus is going to be entering your 4th house. So friends, Venus is generally considered as the karaka of the 4th house. It also gets the kind of a directional strength as well up to an extent in the 4th house. So yes, friends, this transit of Venus in your 4th house can be seen as a very good sign. Your partner will be able to make her or his presence to your heart like some sort of help or some sort of nurturing, loving movement with your partner can be anticipated during this time or of the transit of Venus in your 4th house. Also, friends, in the domestic matters, if there has been some sort of confusion, misunderstanding which has been going on, so the transit of Venus in the sign of Aquarius in your 4th house can arbitrate and can solve all those impending issues and concerns as well. All those people who work, their occupation, livelihood is connected with the 4th house related matters. So this time can actually give you some new financial opportunity, some recognition. So even from all of those perspectives, this transit of Venus in the 4th house can be seen as a good sign. And like the way, friends, I always say this thing, that the transit of Venus in the 4th house is all about that feel good factor. So deep from inside, you will be very much passionate, enthusiastic for the things which you want to do, things which you want to accomplish, and that feel good factor coming out of deep inside of you. Moving ahead, friends, now if you want to understand the results for all the Sagittarius ascendant natives, so friends, definitely in your case, as you can see that Venus has got the rulership of your 6th house, but it has also got the rulership of your 11th house as well. And in transit, Venus is going to be entering your 3rd house. So this can be seen as a very good time for all those people who are in the fields of social media, content creation, sales, media, marketing, running your tutorials. So all those people can definitely get benefited with the entry of Venus in your 3rd house. This can be seen as a very good time for collaboration, sponsorship, getting funding, or collaborating and tying up or partnering up with new people. So from all of those perspectives, this transit of Venus in the 3rd house can be seen as a very good sign. Definitely, friends, the energy of the 11th house is all about recognition. It's all about the energy of social relevance. So that is coming right over there in your 3rd house. So I would say that whatsoever nature or line of work you are doing, try to add a social awareness, community awareness, or a sense and a degree or a touch of humanitarianism there as well with the influence of Venus in your 3rd house, but from the perspective of enjoying and happiness, experiencing that on the account of your social network, spending time with your friends, with your siblings, short journeys, able to take out time for your hobbies, for your interest. So this transit of Venus in your 3rd house can be seen as a good sign. Moving ahead, friends, now if you want to understand the results for all the Capricorn ascendant natives, so definitely, friends, Venus is your Yoga Karaka planet, and in transit Venus is going to be entering your 2nd house of your finances, which can be seen as a very good sign. So all of the hard work which you have been doing from the past so long, during this time you are going to get the result of all of that. Also, friends, if in your line of work or nature of work you have been anticipating or contemplating some important financial restructuring or new way of dealing and selling your products and all of that, so during this transit of Venus in your 2nd house, you might remain lucky in successfully implementing all of those changes as well. And as you can fairly see, friends, like very soon we are going to have like the Navratri, the holy days, auspicious days in our Hindu Vedic belief devoted to the feminine divine goddess are also going to be beginning from the very first few days of the April only. So definitely the blessing of the goddess will shower in your financial matters, and specifically if your occupation, your livelihood, Venus being controlling your 5th house of your creativity, 10th house of your profession, and if your profession is also straight away connected with the Venusian field, working in the fashion house, beauty products, or entertainment, being an actor, being a musician, being a singer, so all those people can straight away get benefited. Some financial rewards, recognition, appreciation is on cards for all the Capricorn ascendant natives. Moving ahead, friends, now if you want to understand the results for all the Aquarius ascendant natives, so definitely, friends, Venus is going to be coming right over there in your 1st house. Again, Venus is the Yoga Karaka planet for all of you guys, and its transit in your 1st house is definitely going to, first of all, to give you that feel good factor. The second thing is that the personal magnetism and charm is definitely going to be very strong in your personality during this day of Venus in your 1st house. People will definitely see and perceive and sense that enthusiasm, that sort of passion in your personality. Also, friends, if in your nature of work, line of work, public dealing, mass media, facing camera, giving presentation is getting qualified, so definitely you will be able to pour out your heart, your true intentions, and the support of luck will definitely be going to be over there as well. So for any sort of recognition and experiencing the support of the luck and projecting yourself to the best of your capabilities, capacity, and being able to derive the feminine support as well, so from all of those perspectives, this transit of Venus right over there in your 1st house can be seen as a very good sign. And lastly, friends, if you want to understand the results for all the Pisces ascendant natives, so friends, in your case the transit of Venus is going to be taking place in your 12th house. So friends, as you know this thing, that when we talk about the role of the Venus, so Venus in your case has got the rulership of your 3rd house, and it has also got the rulership of your 8th house as well. So one thing is that, friends, definitely if in your line of of work, nature of work, anything to do with art, creativity, or like adult industry or spirituality, all these things are getting qualified, so definitely you can get benefited. But the energy of Venus and Mars in the 12th house is always a triggering effect and influence on our repressed emotions, feelings and passion. So try to keep a healthy balance over there. Do not go overboard in any sort of indulgences. And if in your nature of work or line of work, anything to do with therapy, with spirituality, with creativity, with healing, with foreign trade, foreign business, if that is getting qualified, so you can straight away get benefited during this transit of Venus in your 12th house. So that is something, friends, which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs for this upcoming transit of Venus in the Aquarius sign. For further more updates and notifications on the divine signs of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Dhanyavad.